Then let's take family time. The conversation was lively at their Christmas lunch table, and Annie poured them each champagne. They were all old enough to drink, and rarely did to excess, although Ted had had his occasional sophomoric moments during his first 2 years in college. But now they were all adults and reasonable about how much they drank. Liz said she was excited about going to Paris and spending time with Jean-Louis. The shoot she was doing in the first week of January was an important one and was being done by a famous French photographer with important jewels from all over Europe. The Queen of England had even lent them a piece, which Lizzie was planning to put on the cover. She talked animatedly about it. Only Ted was a little quieter than usual, and Annie could sense that something was bothering him. But whatever it was, he didn't want to share it with them. He watched a little football after the meal, and then he stood up and said vaguely that he was going out for a while to see friends. He waited to see if anyone objected, and when they didn't, he went to his room and picked up the wrapped gifts for Petey's kids. He had bought each of them again. He wasn't sure what kids liked at that age. He had already given Petey her gift, in case he hadn't been able to get out on Christmas Day. He put on his coat and bent to kiss Annie while she chatted with Katie and Liz, and he looked very serious. He had left the gifts for Jessica and Justin at the front door, so as not to draw attention to them. "I will be back in a couple of hours," he promised, picked up his keys on the hall table and the gifts for Petey's kids, and left. "What's eating him?" Liz asked the others, and Katie said she had no idea. He hadn't said anything to her, although she had heard him arguing with someone on the phone in his room. "Sounds like a girl to me," Annie suggested calmly. "He's been very quiet about it." "He always is," Liz volunteered, and they all agreed that he seemed to be usually so this time. "If we keep seeing her, she will show up eventually. Maybe she is funny looking or weird or something," Katie suggested. Like with a lot of piercings and tattoos," Liz teased her, and they all laughed. Whatever Ted was up to, they all assumed correctly that he would tell them about it when he was ready to. For now it was a mystery, and he wanted it that way, and Annie respected them all too much to try and pry out of him. Ted ran up the stairs in Petey's buildings as fast as he could. He had promised her he would try to be there by 5, and it was nearly 6. But he hadn't been able to get away before that. He hadn't wanted to run out Annie and his sisters on Christmas. Their traditions were important to all of them, and to him too. He rang the doorbell, and for a long moment she didn't answer, and Ted was worried that she might not let him in. She had said she would be there. He felt suddenly like a very young boy who was in trouble. It was an unfamiliar sensation to him. He had always been responsible and well behaved. Annie had very rarely been angry at him, and when she was, it was hot, clear and direct. She gave a short blast, and it was over. She had never dragged it out, held a grudge, or been passive-aggressive with any of them. Petey seemed to be punishing him for spending Christmas with his family, and then finally she opened the door to him with a painted look. It was obvious that she had been crying. and she burst into tears and threw himself into his arms. The moment he walked into the room, Ted was stunned.